Hey everyone, it's Terry O'Connor again at Winning at Real Estate. I have a really super topic to talk about today. In fact, maybe the most important topic we've ever talked about. Prospecting. Everyone's afraid of the word prospecting. Sounds like you're going to annoy people and you're going to be out doing things that are uncomfortable for you. Well, I'll tell you what, prospecting is the key ingredient to your real estate business. If you don't prospect, you won't have a business. Some people like to say things like, well, I'm networking and I'm doing a lot of social events and things like that. Prospecting is a plan. Prospecting is what you do every day when you get up in the morning and write your business plan to know exactly what you're going to do and how many calls you're going to make and how many people you're going to contact. Prospecting is an essential part of your real estate business. Don't ever stop prospecting. If business is slow, prospect. If business is busy, prospect. Tomorrow it may be less busy. So how do you prospect? There's so many different things that we do to build business and develop relationships. But prospecting is something that you do with a very specific plan. You need to create and outline exactly what your sphere of influence is and who in that sphere of influence you're going to contact. More importantly, if you're looking for new business, prospecting is something that you may do in a geographic area. So for example, if you have an area of town or an area of county or community that you really want to focus on, you need to be able to reach out to the people that are real estate owners of properties and who are prospective buyers and prospect in that community. You got to pick up the phone sometimes and make phone calls. I mean, there are people who are making phone calls every day. How many phone calls are you making? And are you making those phone calls to people that you plan to make them to? Not by accident, not by somebody who calls you and you respond and, yeah, I talked to 2 buyers today. How about all the ones that you didn't talk to that are so critical to building your business? If you get up every morning and you put that plan together, and at the top of that plan is prospecting, I think you're going to find that you're going to look at that plan a little bit differently and plan with new business, new contacts, and also your old contacts. You're going to stay in touch with them as well. For those of us that are part of the ninja world, which I am, and I beloved Larry Kendall from Fort Collins, Colorado, amazing. I mean, you can prospect, and you can do it in such a way that's very tasteful, that's very gracious, very professional, very informative. It doesn't have to be anything that's pushy or dreadfully ugly in any way. It shouldn't make you uncomfortable. It should make you feel like the expert, the trusted advisor that people are looking forward to hearing from. So there's so many different ways that you keep up with that list of people on your prospect sheet. In the morning, what you do is put that list together and review it. You make the calls to the people that you haven't spoken to recently. You touch base and send an email. You follow up and make sure that you have an appointment with someone if that's what's needed. But the morning is spent setting up your contacts and relationship building with the people that are prospects for your business. Take the afternoon and use the afternoon to show properties, work on your market analysis, go out and meet with people, go to some games for your kids to be able to see people on the field. Perhaps one of your prospects is on the baseball field where your kid is playing. Perhaps another prospect is at the PTO meeting that you're going to this evening, or the town council meeting, or the planning board meeting, or at a spaghetti dinner for election night. It doesn't matter. This is prospecting. But there's an organization to it. There's a plan to it. And then you're going to measure your results. The more people you prospect with, the more opportunities you should have to do business. There's no question about it. So I'm going to end this with, the word you're going to go to bed tonight with and get up in the morning with is prospecting. Let's prospect together. Let's make sure that we build our businesses. No one wants to spend all this time and effort in the real estate industry trying to be successful and not be successful. And so the uncomfortable thing you may have to force yourself to do is change some of your ways. Sometimes in order to accomplish what we want to accomplish, we have to change our routine. We have to set things up in such a way that we are accountable to the time frames that we are setting up to be able to do the work that we have to do. So if you tend to be an afternoon person or an evening person, not a morning person, maybe you need to think about whether you need to push that a little bit, get up in the morning and take care of those things. If you have other habits that you need to break, get those habits out of the way. Just like everything else. I struggle with trying to lose weight. It's one of those things that I've tried my whole life to be a real skinny person. I'm not a skinny person. But in order to be successful and maintain the weight that I have to be careful and I have to plan. It's not any different in prospecting. if you want success and you want to be someone that is happy with the results, then you've got to prospect. Anyway, it's Terry O'Connor, Winning at Real Estate. I look forward to talking to you again, and have a great day prospecting.